Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. Good news. It feels like Monday, but it isn't.
Yes!
So we got that going for us today. We also have a brand new Pat Gray bingo card, which will be pinned to the top of the Twitter page, which starts in the upper left-hand corner with Jeffy saying, business. Then we have any AOC clip. That gives you some
There's a
leeway.
lot of restaurants that are feeling the pain of
Sound
racism.
like this, maybe.
Where people are literally not patroning Chinese
They're not
restaurants.
patroning Chinese restaurants. I hate it when people don't patroning.
Yeah.
It's Chinese restaurants. You're dead to me. Then there's this. Don't go
looking around, Benito.
Yes. So good.
Okay. What was the context of that?
He was at the school board meeting and he was berating them because remember they wanted to turn the microphone off.
No, that's right.
And I don't know.
Yeah. And he was saying that to one of the, I think one of the council people, right?
Yeah, comparing him to
school board members.
Mussolini, yeah.
Great. Preferred pronouns. Then we got.
Oh, that's bumming it.
The Delta variant. BIPOC.
Oh, here we go.
The BIPOC people. The black indigenous people of color. Then Keith.
Oh, I could mention U2, or I could just say the synonym, the greatest band of all time.
Well, then we have Whispering Joe.
Hey guys, I think it's time to give ordinary people a tax break.
Right.
You're
Okay.
a creep.
Then Keith again.
Get out my face.
Some talk about Piltdown Man, which we haven't had enough of lately. I
We
think.
need that.
Right.
You keep using the word.
Oh, it's
I don't think it means
inconceivable.
what you think it means.
Oh.
First you say inconceivable,
Yeah.
and then he says
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it
Center
means.
square.
birds aren't real.
Oh, we know that.
Jeffy, facts are facts. Then we have this from the 9-year-old.
I am 9 years old and I know that.
Thank you.
Jeffy Lane. First of all, squiggly line. That's in a. It usually comes in the form of a website description, address. That's gonna leave a mark. And then we have. I heard about it.
I heard it on the news.
On the news.
And I said it was ridiculous, man.
It's ridiculous.
That's
man.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Ooh, pressure's on with this next square, Pat.
Yeah, a Pat Gray original song. Like this, I guess.
People think we should have a woman.
Wait, that's not so much because. Yeah, I mean it is.
Yeah, it's original.
Sort
People
of.
think we should have a woman president because we should.
You kind of need to set up though with
They
the.
also think we should have someone
Elizabeth
named
Warren
Elizabeth 'cause
song.
we never have.
Oh, she's good.
More important people think the seas are rising because they are.
Just mocking her stupid song. Then we've got, of course, that's interesting.
Oh, a little Alec Baldwin for us.
Yeah, little Alec. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I believe it's this.
When can we take some calls, Ivan?
Whenever we want.
Do we have calls that are on there now?
No calls yet. No calls yet.
Oh. What number do people call to get on the air, Ivan? Do we have that number?
It's right there.
Oh, do I have the call number in front of me? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's interesting. Interesting.
I don't know what's so interesting about
Yeah,
it.
I don't know. I think
it's a phone number. I mean, how interesting
I hope
can
that
a
was
phone number
edited
be?
right there, though.
That's interesting.
Or maybe it was.
That's
Just
interesting.
an interesting phone number. Arrangement of numbers. Wow.
And
no.
then, of course...
Oh, yeah. Nice.
The bullhorn. Who knows what this will be about?
Oh, probably be Al Sharpton.
Probably Al Sharpton.
Wait, give us a sample. We don't know what Al Sharpton sounds like through a bullhorn, so no. So I think what you might need to do is demonstrate it with the tools at your disposal.
Right.
But resist.
Oh no.
We must. They're all.
So it would go something like,
But resist! We much, and we will must, about that, be...
traffic email sent.
Traffic email sent.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not quite right. But
completely forgot what that was. We must, and we will much.
Resist,
about
we
that.
much. Wait, we much. Dear
much,
God,
and
what
we
is wrong
will.
with us? I was about to say it's Monday morning, but technically no,
isn't.
it's Tuesday.
But it isn't. Then we have this.
Yes.
Okay, the laugh track. And then Keith.
Oh, you just say and stuff.
There you go.
And stuff.
And that brings us to the show today. So we've got less time to get this in to get all these.
That's right.
Get all these done. One fewer day this week, so we got to get on it. Like Blue Bonnet. I guess this was making the rounds over the weekend. The Byko little meme.
Little Geico action?
Yeah, Geico. This is Byko.
Oh,
7 months could
Byko.
save you 16 cents or more on your 4th of July groceries.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of funny.
What did you spend your 16 cents on for 4th of July weekend?
I'm saving it. And
Really?
went right into Bitcoin. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right into Bitcoin. Bought me 16 cents worth of Bitcoin over the weekend.
You didn't declare your independence with all that savings?
No, I didn't. No. Also, it was a great weekend for the President of the United States. He showed us just why he's the president.
80 million people.
Supposedly voted for him. 80 million. Most of all time. More than Barack Obama. More than anyone ever. It's hard to believe. Hard to believe.
Yeah.
And yet it's true.
Oh.
I guess. I don't know. So he had some really inspiring words for some new Americans over the weekend.
Okay, welcome.
Appreciate it for joining us in this service. Look, today, today's special guest to all of you, it's my honor to congratulate the 21 of you who earned the title of that our democracy is equal to being president. It's of the same consequence. Citizen of the United States of America.
So wait, were they just inaugurated 21 presidents? Is that what we got now? He has no idea where he is.
I have no idea what he was saying there. That is amazing.
He doesn't know what he was saying.
Let me hear that one more time because that I want to see if we can make some sense out of that.
Appreciate it for joining us in this service. Look. Today's special guest to all of you, it's my honor to congratulate the 21 of you
and stuff
who earned the title of that our democracy is equal to being president. It's of the same consequence.
President.
Citizen.
Yeah.
Citizen of the United States of America.
He just inaugurated 21 new presidents.
What the hell? That is unbelievable. That is unreal.
That's bumming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There he is.
Wow, he's just lost it.
There's our president.
I mean, the stuff is right in front of him.
Yeah, that was actually...
It's not like he's ad-libbing this.
Sure. But that actually wasn't the low point of the weekend for him. Yeah, he sucks.
Are you talking about when he locked up, when he was talking about the Russian cyber attack?
Yes, and I think it's ironic that the video actually freezes up as his brain freezes up. It's too ironic.
Oh, good.
Watch this.
Mr. President, let me know if I can ask you a question.
Yeah, you can ask.
Sure.
Ask a question.
Right now, sir?
Yeah.
With the most recent hack by the Russians, would you say that this means
We're not sure it's the Russians.
Okay. With
I got a brief as I was on the plane. That's why I was late getting off the plane.
Okay.
I got a brief and.
Uh-oh. Check your pocket. Check your pocket.
Would you like your receipt?
Okay. Hello? Hello?
I'll be in better shape to talk to you about it.
After I have my medication.
Oh, he remembered it was in his pocket. Here we go. Okay, I got my notes. Now I remember. If they ask you about Russia, check your pocket.
I'll tell you what they sent me.
Okay, here we go. Now we got it. Oh, no. Read it, please.
My God.
Say it!
The idea, first of all, we're not sure who it is.
Okay, we covered that.
Number one.
Wow.
And what I did, I directed the full resources of the government to assist in a response if we determine. What else you need?
Oh, nothing. You're all set.
Okay. And the fact is that I directed the intelligence community to give me a deep dive on what's happened. And I'll know better tomorrow. And if it is either with the knowledge of...
What are you going to do with Putin?
A consequence of Russia, then I told Putin we will respond.
Oh.
You didn't tell him already, sir?
No, I haven't called because we're not certain. The initial thinking was it was not the Russian government, but we're not sure yet. So.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. That is amazing. Whew. And still nobody taking note of it. Still CNN ignores it. That is something that should be played everywhere for every American to see. The guy is incapable of being president of the United States.
He's incapable of running that cash register he was standing next to.
Oh, good gosh.
Oh.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That was as bad maybe as we've seen.
That's bad.
Because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Seriously.
I can do better if I could be better if I have my... Wow.
I mean...
I guess the notes. He was talking about his notes.
There's so much there, Pat. I mean, he freezes in place.
I think eventually he's just going to fess up. You know, I haven't had my medicine, so I can't answer that. I'll bet you that'll come out.
Yeah. Moment of
One
honesty.
day that's going to come out. I'll be able to tell you when I have my Alzheimer's, my dementia medicine.
Wonder how many milligrams he's on right now.
Don't know, but...
like, what's the next measurement up from milligrams? Because that's the territory he's getting in.
8,400? 8,400 milligrams would be my guess.
Wow.
Yeah, he's gone from 10 to probably now about 8,400.
But he definitely cannot do two things at once.
No.
Where he's like
and
paying
he's
or whatever.
trying to get ice cream, or I don't know what he's doing there. He's always getting ice cream and or pudding.
The proof of pudding's in eating.
And it's always vanilla ice cream. Somebody pointed out on Twitter. One of your fans. Notice that it's never a chocolate.
Huh?
Take a look at that.
Racist bastard.
Totally.
So then he can't even answer the Russian hacking question without the notes. And somebody had to tell him, okay, Mr. President, we're going to have one of the counter girls ask you about the Russian hacking. Okay, one of the counter girls is going to ask you.
Oh, no.
And when she asks you, your notes are in your right-hand suit pocket. Okay? We put them right here in your suit pocket right next to your chest. All right? That's where they are, Mr. President.
Wait, so I'm looking in my pocket. Which pocket is it again?
Okay. It's in your right-hand suit pocket.
Right, hold on.
The right side of your suit.
Right hand, okay.
Right. In your
in my
suit.
pocket.
No, in your
in
suit.
my pocket.
In your suit coat. In your suit coat, I should have.
It's summer. Why am I wearing a coat, man? Come on, man.
So unbelievable.
Seriously.
I'll bet you they told him all that, though. They told me I'd do better if I had... and then he just trails off. It's just... it's not funny.
See, I think that was a total impromptu question.
I don't.
But
I don't think there's any such thing with him as an impromptu question.
Okay. So I thought it was until, like you said, he reaches for his answer, and then
So he was prepared.
That's
Somebody's
right.
going to ask you this question.
That's right. Yeah.
It's going to be the counter girl because it's going to be like, oh, I have a question, Mr. President.
I don't know.
What a surprise!
I think there was a reporter. I don't know. Maybe it was a counter
I think it
girl.
was somebody behind the counter.
Oh my gosh! Then he can't handle a question from a counter girl.
No, he can't.
Oh no.
He's so out to lunch.
But Pat, he told Vladimir Putin there would be consequences.
Yeah.
Putin's like,
yeah. Oh, okay. That's what he's like. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the white supremacy message in American. I'm sorry. I shouldn't use that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 888-900-3393. Like Putin would care about that.
Yeah.
No, California officials have banned state employee travel, to Florida and something like 20 more states, right?
They're up to 20.
Anti-LGBTQIA2+ laws.
Yeah, because there's 20 states where
20
LGBTQ
states.
individuals are being beaten for being that way, and so
Really?
California
It's
standing
a law
on principle.
That you can beat them.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why.
okay.
That's why California chooses to stand on principle.
Huh. Well, that's powerful of California. Other states should join that if
Right?
that's the case.
I agree.
I disagree with beating LGBTQIA2+ people. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
California officials have added Florida and 4 other states, and now it's up to 20, where a state-funded travel ban is existing now over laws that purportedly discriminate against the individuals. Here's the thing, though.
What?
They can't go there unless it's certain state business, and then there's a whole bunch of exceptions to the rule. And it turns out that, you can't go there unless there's state business, and then you can go.
Wait, hold on. I thought it was
That's about what it is.
What?
No, it's really a weak.
I thought this was a good thing where you were keeping California bureaucrats out of your state.
No, but they're just trying to virtue signal to everybody that, hey, we are really all about, we love LGBTQIA2 plus people. And don't ask me why don't I marry him, because I did. Wow. I did marry him.
Dude read my mind.
Yeah. When states discriminate against LGBTQIA2 plus Americans, California law requires our office to take action, they said in a statement. These new additions to the state-funded travel restrictions list are about exactly that. Rather than focusing on solving real issues, some politicians think it's in their best interest to demonize trans youth and block the life-saving care.
Oh, okay. Shut up.
So ridiculous. Now, these bans are in effect, and then again, there's except for, and then it lists just about everything you'd ever travel for.
That's awesome. I didn't realize all these qualifiers.
So ridiculous. It's just asinine. All right. Then we also have Ohio Democrats furiously pounding their desks.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And yelling as Jenna Powell proposes an amendment to add a bill banning biological males from female sports teams.
Yeah.
So they're trying to protect women.
Amendment 1594.
Protect girls. Seems common sense, right? Ohio?
Right.
Keep dudes out of
The chair has the
sports.
amendment. The amendment appears to be in order. The representative may proceed.
Okay.
The Safe Women's Sports Act is a fairness issue for women to be able to achieve their dreams in athletics in our state. And is crucial to preserving women's rights and the integrity of women's and girls' sports.
Makes sense.
Across our country, female athletes are currently losing scholarships, opportunities, medals, education, and training opportunities. This amendment will require schools that are part of the OHSAA to designate separate teams for participants of the biological sex.
Listen to that insanity!
No school interscholastic conference or organization that regulates interscholastics shall permit biological males to participate on athletic teams.
How can you disagree with this?
Athletic competition designated only for biological female participants.
These people are insane.
My gosh. How can you disagree with it to that extent?
So just to recap, State Representative Jenna Powell was just introducing a bill to lock up Jews and minorities and LGBT, all these people that she doesn't like.
No, she's preventing men from competing against women, boys from competing against girls.
No, I'm basing it off of the
sports.
No, the protesting made me think that they were about to start
it would make you think that.
Dragging people away to a work camp.
But no.
You're saying that it was something else.
Something else.
I mean, these people on the left are insane.
They're psychotic. They really do have a mental disease. They really are insane.
Have we checked what
they're insane
is in these vaccines, by the way? Boy, that is insanity.
And that's in Ohio.
It's Ohio.
It's not California or Massachusetts or New York. It's Ohio. How have you been that duped into this weird thing with the trans population? I mean, I don't want any discrimination against them. But you can't allow them to take over our society, change our language, change the way we deal with women completely, and just ignore women and girls, allow them in their locker room, allow them to compete with them, allow them in their bathrooms. No! Stop it.
It's been a long time, Pat. Do you recall way back, I don't know, how long have we been doing this show, but it must have been a good 2 years ago, right? When the Me Too movement was a thing.
Yeah.
Boy, time flies, huh?
Yeah.
Because that's not even on the radar anymore.
Not at all. Not at all. It's all trans. All trans rights all the time. 0.7% of the population again. It's minoritarianism.
Ooh, whoa.
Minoritarianism, I think is.
Hang on. Is this a Pat Gray point?
No, this is an actual term. It's,
really?
Uh-huh. It's minoritarianism.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, check it out. It's rule by the minority. And in this case, ruled by a tiny, tiny minority.
There it is, man. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking the opposite of democracy here. It's the absolute opposite of democracy, where, you know, our founders were worried that in a democracy, the majority would hurt the minority and would dominate them on too regular a basis, which is why we don't have a democracy. But now instead, we have rule by a teeny tiny little minority. It's great, isn't it?
This is
so much better than majority rule.
How do we allow this to occur in this country?
I really don't know. All right, let me tell you about Omega XL. If you're in pain, and it's not brought on by these news stories, but brought on by inflammation, here's a way that you can get out of that pain. It's Omega XL. Omega XL is the omega fatty acids from the pristine waters around New Zealand, and it's been backed by 35 years of clinical research, so it really does work. It attacks the inflammation. It has an off switch, essentially, for the inflammation. And once the pain is turned off, once the inflammation is turned off, your pain goes away. As it did for me in my elbow, with the pain shooting down my arm, and man, it was so intense that I couldn't lift this mouse. It just hurt too much.
Oh.
And so after about a week of trying the Omega XL, which I tried reluctantly because it's all natural, and I thought, it's not going to help. It built up in my system. After about a week, it started to lessen the pain, and after 2 weeks, the pain was just gone and hasn't returned. Omega XL. To get you started, when you go to OmegaXL.com/Pat right now, you buy one bottle and you'll get a second bottle free. OmegaXL.com/Pat. Buy one, get one free. Or you can call 800-844-4888.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
You know, it's so crazy with this trans situation that they have this, they had protests going back and forth last week and over the weekend in Los Angeles over that spa, where the trans person was in the women's bathroom showing his noodle to little girls in the girls' bathroom. And one of the customers there complained about it. Hey, there's a person showing their privates to little girls.
Yeah, that's a sexual orientation. Yeah, you're a hater for not allowing him to do. That's the way she identifies.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we don't care about the little girls now at all. We don't care about that. No. They have to conform to what he wants to do. Really? Is that where we are in the United States of America now? And nobody, except a few people, show up. Very few people show up and protest on behalf of the girls in the bathroom, saying, hey, a guy with a noodle shouldn't be swinging it around in the girls' bathroom. How about that?
It would seem like we could find common ground there.
But no. Antifa showed up and started hassling the people that were there to complain about it. And it's just unbelievable. In fact, this Asian guy, you see it happens really quickly. A woman runs up, and he's there on behalf of the girls who shouldn't have to put up with that in the restroom. So this woman runs up and kicks him in the nuts.
Nice.
Yo!
You
didn't see she just came up and
and they're yelling at him, of course.
Yeah.
put it down. Just beat the out of her.
Look at his bottle.
She came up and
That's
kicked
on
me.
my head.
That was on her. We got it on video.
And that doesn't matter.
She came up and kicked me. No, you're lying. How did that happen? Because I hit her after she kicked me. I was defending myself. Can you have him put that down, please? I was defending myself.
Coward, hit a man with your podcast ponytail. Go!
So he's the bad guy, okay? The Asian man who defended himself. After he gets kicked in where he lives, He hits her in the head with the water bottle. Big deal. Okay? A natural reaction. I'm just defending myself here. You don't want to get hit. Don't kick the guy.
What did the cops do with him? Were they just
arrested him?
What?
They arrested him.
Oh.
Yeah. And they got these a-holes screaming at him that it's him every single time.
Did history begin when the guy hit her with the water bottle?
Apparently, yeah. Apparently. And they had I don't know why the cops didn't look at the video. They had the video. He could have seen that she kicked him first. Of course, I don't know if that matters. I don't know. It doesn't seem to matter anymore. Justice just doesn't seem possible right now.
Yeah, no. And Antifa was out in full force in front of that Wii Spa this weekend, harassing everyone.
Protecting pedophiles.
Yeah.
Protecting a pedophile. I don't know if the person was really a trans woman or not. I have no idea. Could have been it could be some cisgendered person, to use their wonderful verbiage. It could be a cisgendered person who's a freak, who's a pedophile, who likes to go in and show himself to little girls. How do we know he's not? Seems like he was. What are you doing that for if that's not your deal? And Antifa is there to protect that person, not the women. No, the freak who is showing himself to little girls. I can't understand.
And it was person after person this weekend that would show up to protest this place, and Antifa would either physically attack them or harass them. They followed this one woman to her car and made sure that her license plate was out there for all to see.
My gosh.
I mean, I don't know. It just never ends.
Do we have that video?
Yeah, we got the video.
Yeah, let me see that video of what happened to the people.
So this lady is just trying to stand out there, and this is how Antifa greets her. Go home. Yep, there we go. That's what you get for standing up against pedophilia in America.
We need more right-thinking people there. Where are the normal people in Los Angeles? I know they exist.
That ship has sailed. They're in Orange County.
Go back to Orange County.
No idea.
Hurry the up.
Wow. There was another video, though, where... All right, I got it on this one. There was another video where they were showing the wounds. Like, one was knifed. Where did I see that? Maybe I saw that on Fox News. I don't know. But they were beaten. They were slashed with knives. Anybody who was there to, show up for traditional values for women and girls was attacked by Antifa because apparently they're into pedophilia. Apparently, not only are they into silencing everybody who doesn't think as they do, so they're complete fascists under the guise of anti-fascists, but they're also pedophiles or pedophile supporters, one of the two, because you can't show up and treat the other people like that if you're not supporting the pedophile. What in the hell is going on? This is not the United States of America that I know. Where are the right-thinking people who care about women and little girls and don't want this kind of stuff to be happening? Where are they? There was a handful of them, and so they were overwhelmed by these Antifa douchebags. Wow. No, but don't worry about it because Antifa doesn't even exist. It's just an idea. That's all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Jerry Nadler.
888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Welcome back. Great to have you with us. Got some tweets here. Space Force enthusiast tweets. When presidents do these visits to ice cream parlors and all that, isn't there usually more people than that? The quiet hum of the background of the shop is unnerving. Yeah, I bet for the president, they clear him out. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I bet they clear him out.
But that was such a controlled atmosphere, and he still couldn't handle it.
He could not handle it. Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's why they're telling him and setting all these things up and trying to make it so that he can function, and he still can't.
Man, by the end,
and nobody in the mainstream media will pay attention to it.
By the end of summer, he's going to reach into his pocket and he's going to pull out a card and it's going to say, "My name is Joe" on it. That's how close we're getting to that point.
It's getting bad. I mean, it's been bad, but it's getting worse. It's getting to the point where it's almost every day. It's like every day. Because he can only, I think he can be cognizant and fairly lucid for maybe an hour or two during the course of the day, it seems. But if you get anywhere near the afternoon or evening, forget it. He can't handle it.
That's bad, dude.
So I don't know if he takes his medication in the morning and that gets him through the early portion of the day. I don't know.
Well, they need to give him more pudding. It sounds counterproductive, but what that does is it coats your stomach more so that you can take more meds.
That's true.
And so that's what you'll need to start doing. It's kind of a dichotomy, but
right. Bucks County Benito tweets, God help that guy if he runs into a real chatty cashier.
Oh.
Yeah, not good.
No.
So how's your day going so far, Mr. President? Did you have a good weekend? What'd you do this weekend?
Yeah, what'd you do?
What kind of ice cream do you like the best? What are you going to do with that ice cream?
So tell us, Mr.
Take some
President.
home?
Tell us. And his response is, am I Mr. President?
No, what? It's, look.
What do you think of...
what?
Yeah, what do you think of the White House? Is it fun living in the White House?
Well, there's a house that's in the...
Yeah, your house. Do you enjoy it?
I've said too much. They said I have to talk about this in my pants.
One scoop or two, Mr. President?
What?
One scoop or two?
Tune in to the 1,000 million.
I'm asking you, do you want one scoop?
2 million, 1,000 scoop? No, wait. 400 million, billion, quadrillion scoops of ice cream. Wait.
No, I'm just asking, do you want one or two?
I want some
scoops.
I will put some Metamucil on it.
No, I don't have Metamucil. I'm an ice cream shop.
And I'll take 270. No.
I've got to get my manager. What the hell? Who is this guy? I mean, seriously. If he runs into that's a good point.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh, we're feeling good, right, America?
We're right on track. Carl tweets, we're in trouble when the President of the United States has to read his notes just to sound completely incoherent.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So wait, so the note card got him up to incoherency level.
Yes.
Got it.
Exactly.
Aww.
Jimmy Dimples tweets, where are LA's normal people? I think they fled for Texas, Florida, and other states on Cali Gov's no travel list. Yes, it does seem that way. Every time we've gone to Los Angeles, though, with the show with Glenn or whatever, and the people who show up are like they've got manna from heaven because they see people who think like them and they realize they're not alone. And so
a visit from the outside.
I know that they exist somewhere in Los Angeles. I know they're there hiding, but they're there somewhere. At least they used to be. But yeah, maybe they have since vacated the premises. Got this COVID news now. Vacated student infects 80. This is from.
Vaccinated, yep.
Where is this from?
Tel Aviv, Israel, Channel 12 News.
Israel, Channel 12.
They're big on vaccines over there.
Vaccinated student infects 83 peers at a high school in Tel Aviv. He, in turn, had contracted it from a relative who had also been vaccinated. Ooh. And that relative had contracted it from a person who had also been vaccinated.
So we have a string of 3 vaccinated individuals that
who have now infected 83 others at their high school.
Now, I wonder if those 83 students were vaccinated.
Now, are they using American vaccines, or are they using... They're not using the Chinese one, surely, right?
I don't know, but I know...
if they're using AstraZeneca?
Remember, they were the ones that made it so that you had to have basically a vaccine passport to get into stores and stuff.
Yeah, and they've got a huge...
Pfizer.
They've got a huge... It's Pfizer they're using?
Looks like predominantly Pfizer.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they've got a huge percentage of their population vaccinated. It's something like 67 or 68%. in Israel. I think they're the most percentage-wise. I think they're the most vaccinated in the world.
Yeah, and this is out. This says Pfizer vaccine less effective against Delta variant. Israeli study finds.
Yay!
But us unvaccinated folks, we're the bad guys. Got it.
Does it minimize the illness?
I don't know. I just saw this.
I'd like to know that. Jeez. Well, here's the numbers on the CDC website relating to children and COVID. Okay, so deaths by sex, ages 0 to 18. So from born until 18 years old, 0 to 4, there have been 119 deaths. 5 to 18, 267, for a total of 386 COVID deaths for people from just born to 18 years old.
Kids, 386 total deaths that were connected to COVID in some way, according to the CDC website.
With numbers like that, is it worth it to vaccinate them? I don't think so.
There are 25 million children in this country, and 386 of them have died with some connection to COVID. CDC numbers. Why are you vaccinating your kids?
I mean, it's 0.0001% or something. It's a tiny. It's less than the number of kids who die in bathtubs every year.
Yep.
I don't know. You might want to rethink it. But, I mean, everybody's got to make their own decision for their own family.
Or we could ban bathtubs.
Or we could ban bathtubs.
You'd like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's your answer.
You know, why don't we make them out of rubber? Why don't we make bathtubs out of rubber? That way, if you slip and fall and hit your head, so what? You just fell on rubber. That's not going to hurt you.
Pat Gray has the answers.
Duh.
I mean, that should be a segment. Pat Gray has the answers.
And there it is.
And there's one of them.
Make bathtubs out of rubber. I'm saving lives here this morning. That's all I'm doing.
You're a
saving
hero.
lives.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Thank you. Man, how many times have we heard that phrase lately?
Not all heroes wear capes.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Well, be careful, though, because if it's a woman, the Miami-Dade County, the mayor down there, she likes to sprinkle in the word sheroes when she's on the Facebook.
That's good.
As somebody discovered.
Because we know heroes is masculine, right? Sure. Because it starts with H-E.
Do we have an image of that
Stupid
tweet? I don't know if I sent that in.
Yeah, we got that right there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Heroes and sheroes.
Get out of my face.
Yeah, get out my face, Mayor. That's so stupid. That is asinine.
I can't take it. All right, well, unvaccinated people now we're finding are variant factories, according to infectious disease experts.
We?
Yeah. We're variant factories.
I just read the thing about the Delta variant gets through the Pfizer vaccine.
Mm-hmm. You did. Unvaccinated people do more than merely risk their own health, Keith. If you don't feel like a douchebag now, you're about to.
Oh.
They're also a risk to everyone if they become infected with coronavirus.
Yeah, are we? Okay, got it.
That's because the only source of new coronavirus variants is the body of an infected person. Unvaccinated people are potential variant factories, according to Dr. William Schaffner, professor of the Division of Infectious Diseases at Vanderbilt. The more unvaccinated people there are, the more opportunities for the virus to multiply. When it does, it mutates, and it could throw off a variant mutation that's even more serious down the road.
Sure.
Now, how do you feel, Malonac?
Yeah, so I'm a variant
factory. Yeah. Okay.
But if I get vaccinated, the vaccine doesn't work against variants. So I'll be rolling up my sleeve, I guess.
There you go.
By the way, this is an interesting fact here. Since March of this year, reports of vaccine adverse events in American children are up to 5 times higher than the last 10 years, including very serious events like permanent disability, life-threatening events, and deaths. In other words, just since we've been administering the vaccine to children, we're at 5 times higher adverse reactions to vaccines, which we have to assume are the COVID ones that we're talking about. 5 times greater chance.
It's crazy. I know, it's crazy. I mean, it is one of the side effects. And when Trump proposed it, we were all for it. Okay, yes, do that vaccine by the end of the year. And he did. He did. He got it done. He, working with, Pfizer and Moderna and Johnson & Johnson, they were able to push this thing through. But the other side of that is it as tested as we would like? No, of course it's not, because we didn't have the time for it. Yeah. So they got it out, and it's protecting a lot of people, but there's a lot of people having serious issues with it. It's a trade-off. And so that's why I get really hacked off when they start acting like people who are unvaccinated are, some sort of Luddite. Mm-hmm. And they're conspiracy theorists and they're right-wing nuts. Well, no, they have every right to be leery of it.
Yeah, and the experts are constantly telling us new things about the vaccine that they're learning as people react to it, just like this variant stuff. They're still learning it. You know what? You're going to need people in the control group, and I am just fine staying in it.
You're going to stay in the control group?
Yeah.
All right.
That's me.
Well, but you're not exactly the control group because you've already had it.
Oh, yeah, well,
so there's no reason for you to get it, in my estimation.
Yeah.
If I had the antibodies, no way would I consider the vaccine. Nope. Why would I?
I think you need to get retested. I don't trust that.
As
sick as you were,
I know.
Over the last 12 months here and there.
I know.
None of those was COVID related?
And especially this last time where I had almost everything they tell you is a symptom of the disease, of the virus. I had all that stuff. The loss of taste and smell, the body aches, the fever, the chills, the aches and pain, all of that stuff. And nope. Man, just some kind of regular virus.
Wow.
Huh. All right. Oh, have you read where the developer of the mRNA vaccine or the mRNA technology is saying that we're not doing this right?
Yeah.
The developer. I'm just looking for the story here. I mean, of course, I can't find it because I want it.
He's been definitely out there, very public. In fact, he got himself...
he was kicked off of LinkedIn.
Kicked off LinkedIn. They have changed all sorts of like Wikipedia entries and basically changing history and minimizing his. I mean, he was he was only the second guest in Glenn Beck history to have on 3 days in a row. The other one being Marcus Luttrell.
Really?
And Mr. Malone explained, this is
Robert Malone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't realize Glenn had him on 3 days in a row.
Yeah, I heard him mention you are only the second guest that I've had on 3 days in a row.
That's amazing.
Marcus Luttrell, yeah. So there's trivia for you.
So...
But yeah, he has said that you're doing this wrong. You're administering it into humans in an improper way, and look what's happening because of it. But now he's persona non grata in the scientific community because he goes against the narrative.
Yeah, and so LinkedIn just deleted him. They didn't warn him. They didn't tell him why. They just deleted his account, which some would say is a blessing.
No more emails.
No more LinkedIn emails.
Yay! Seriously, I had to see. And when I set up a LinkedIn, it was after all of this talk, and how you guys were always talking about the emails that you get and everything. Mm-hmm. And so I purposefully set up a completely separate email account for LinkedIn. And
That's a smart move.
Right. And so I don't get any LinkedIn
Smart
emails.
Well, I finally deleted my account because I was so sick of the LinkedIn thing. Stop! Well, they stopped Dr. Robert Malone, so he's not going to get those emails anymore. But he said, my business pays for LinkedIn Premium.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like, it's not like Twitter or Facebook. You pay for this. And he says, I've been deleted. Purchased a service from LinkedIn to promote my company. This is very different from YouTube or Twitter terms.
Right.
This arbitrary and capricious action has damaged our business, and we deserve to be compensated. So, good for him.
Think about this. If you are on the fence about getting the vaccine or not, I mean, it's your choice. Your body, your choice, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
Step back and look at all of the silencing and the changing of history of people who are speaking out against it. Does that not raise a red flag for you on some level?
It should. It sure should.
They will not allow a different opinion on this.
It tells you something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the strength of their convictions to have the discussion. All right. Let me tell you about a new sponsor, fairly new sponsor to the show, which I love, Moink. Now, this is delicious meat that is delivered right to your door. Man, the bacon is fantastic. If you could see and taste the bacon from Moink, moinkbox.com, you'd order it right now. But for now, I'll have to tell you that I've seen it and tasted it, and it is delicious. And then the steak, fantastic steak. But Moink delivers grass-fed and grass-finished beef and lamb, pastured pork and chicken, wild-caught Alaskan salmon, direct to your door, helping family farms become financially independent outside of big agriculture, too. Their animals are raised outside. Now, that might not sound like a big deal, but that's the way God intended it, for the animals to be outside. Their fish swim wild in the ocean.
Oh, yes.
And Moink meat is free of antibiotics, hormones, sugar, and all the other junk you find in prepackaged meat. It's fantastic. Sign up at moinkbox.com/unleashed to get your year of bacon for free.
Nice.
And then pick what meats you want delivered with your first box. Change what you get each month. Cancel anytime you want. Moink. It is delicious. Moink meat is so delicious. I love it, and you will too. So get Moink right now. It was founded by an 8th-generation farmer who was featured on Shark Tank. Host Kevin O'Leary said it was the best bacon he's ever tasted.
Oh.
So, again, sign up at Moinkbox, M-O-I-N-K, moinkbox.com/unleashed right now.
I'm hungry now, man. Why'd you do that?
Too.
Why did you do that?
And welcome to it. Great to have you with us, especially on a day that feels like Monday but isn't. Got to skip Monday this week. That's a good feeling. You got that behind you already. 888-900-3393.
Did you have a good Independence Day weekend?
I did.
Good.
You?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't too hot here for a change either.
No,
it was
because
perfect.
Kind of clouded over, and it wasn't humid for some reason. I don't really know
Didn't
why.
get out of the 80s.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Turned out beautiful.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So, yeah, if we could just have that every single year, I wouldn't hate the summer so much in Texas. So hopefully you had a great 4th of July weekend, and you're ready to get back to business as usual here. From the Steve42, he tweets, first they said Trump couldn't get a vaccine in a year. Now they're going to blame him for rushing the process. Austerity slug, unlike what the uneducated politicos think, the feminine form of hero is heroin. Right.
It's not Shiro?
No, it's not Shiro. But I've learned elites tend towards deliberate ignorance in their quest for the narrative. Carbonaceous chondrite prospector?
What?
I don't know. If one side of an argument has to silence the opposing side rather than winning the debate, it's pretty obvious they have nefarious intentions.
Yep.
Indeed. And the vaccine, doesn't defend itself. That's the thing. If people were getting the vaccine and then not getting sick and then not having side effects, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Everybody'd get one, probably. Everybody except the really anti-vax people. They may not. But you could get to, I bet, 75, 80%. I think right now we're around 55%. And under the circumstances, I think that's pretty good, actually. I think that's pretty good. Somebody did some digging on Gwen Berry. She is the Olympian, finished third in the hammer throw, and then turned her back to the flag, and it was a big deal. And she took all the attention away from the gold medal winner and the silver medal winner, and in fact, the gold medal winner just set 2 records, and nobody talked about it because of Gwen stinking Berry. But so somebody did some digging into her past. And this happens on both sides now because this is the world they've created, and so we're all just living in it. Okay, you've created the world where tweets from 10 years ago are just as damning as if you tweeted it yesterday.
Fair game.
You bet. So a while ago, 2011 is exactly 10 years ago, Gwen Berry tweeted This little white boy being bad. Oh, she, I guess, commenting on some video she'd seen. This little white boy being bad as hell. I would smack his ass, then stomp him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Shaking my head. White people's kids, hella disrespectful. Okay.
White people kids. Wow, that's...
White people kids.
That's good grammar there.
Yeah. Then she tweeted, just saw this girl wearing heels with white socks. What the hell? Chinese people, hashtag Chinese people, always try to start new trends. Shaking my head, girl.
Wait, what's wrong with wearing white socks and open-toed shoes?
I'm not sure that's a great look, actually.
Wait, what? It's not?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
It is not confirmed. Whoops.
Not a great. Yeah.
So Chinese people are always starting trends? What is that? I
don't know.
I love Chinese people too, but come on.
Right. And don't forget.
That's just how white folks will do you.
Okay. There's a couple of different things you got to keep in mind there. Another tweet they found.
Oh, okay.
At IT Throw, Mexicans just don't care about people.
Oh. I don't know what the discussion was about, but
I don't either.
I guess Mexicans just don't care about people. That's an overuse of emojis, I would like to point out.
So we have white people there, Chinese, which Asians, I think, is a proper way to refer to them now, and Mexicans. So non-Hispanic white people make up 60.3% of this country.
Yeah.
Hispanic and Latino, 18.5. Black and African American, 13.4. Asian, 5.9. The total number of people that she apparently hates in this country? 85%.
85%. Please go and represent us on the world stage at the Olympics.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to make us proud. You know that.
Yes. Yes, she loves our country.
There's a handful of athletes this time that probably have real chips on their shoulders, and they're going to make things ugly. So just keep them away from the podium. That's all. 888-900-3393. I got to show you this shocking. I don't know if it's shocking anymore. It's the way that our kids have been indoctrinated. This is from Georgetown, and I think this is campus reform, right?
Okay, sounds right.
Campus reform doing a little survey of whether or not American students are proud of their country. Check this out.
Hi, I'm Ophelia Jacobson with Campus Reform. Today we're in Washington, D.C. talking with young Americans to see if they're proud to be an American. Do they think that America is the greatest country in this world? And if not, can they name a better country? Let's find out. Are you proud to be an American?
No. I feel embarrassed to be an American every day. I think a lot of things about this country are really embarrassing.
Like what?
Just like, I mean, racist history, colonization, even currently just what's going on with politics and the cops.
Yeah.
Not really in this climate. No, like, I'm a black person. So obviously I experience a lot of, there's like oppression that comes with that.
Really?
Not most of the time. I think sometimes it's just a little embarrassing. We claim to like support everyone, but we continue to support Israel, which are dislocating quite a few Palestinian people, and
they're dislocating them.
It's sad. I don't know.
No. Yeah, you don't know.
Be proud of what? What is there to be proud about if you're black and being because it's just like still a lot of stuff that goes on for black people.
Tell us.
I think that's a complicated question for me. I think
it's really not.
I think most of the time, no. At least over like the past 4 years, it's been tricky to.
Gosh sakes.
Love to be an American.
Halfsies on that.
Like partly, because like I feel like there's certain topics where it's like very controversial. But like I don't know.
Don't talk.
I just think that our economy just cares about money and not like our they're humans like
Pause
in
it for
general.
a second. Okay, she thinks the economy just cares about money. What do you want the economy to care about? By the way, the economy just is. It's not a thinking, feeling entity. So the economy doesn't think anything. The economy just is. And the economy is kind of about money, really, and the exchange of it.
You ever.
Like whatever.
Really, seriously.
Like or whatever, like just like.
I fully expect AOC to pop up in this montage.
Let's see.
I just think that our economy just cares about money and not like they're humans in general.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I am as proud as I was, but I would still say there's a little bit of country pride.
Do you think that America is the greatest country in this world?
I think, I mean, like, to be a white person, it's pretty good to live here, but, like, overall, I don't think it's the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like the American dream is so sought after that it's not even a thing anymore.
I don't even really think there is an American dream really anymore. I mean, like, I would honestly rather kind of live somewhere else.
Then go.
I mean,
go.
I don't know. I'd say that it's like the greatest in like the Olympics. Go Olympics.
I don't know. America's not really known for being like the most hospitable place, even though we have a reputation. Like where it's like you can come here and do what you want to be.
Pause it for a sec. So she just contradicted herself in the next sentence.
And she's holding a bag filled with God knows what she just bought at a store in a free market and holding a latte. But it's such an inhospitable land.
A horrible place this is. See the rest of this.
I don't know. America's not really known for being like the most hospitable place, even though we have a reputation. Like where it's like you can come here and do what you want to be.
You can wear hair like that.
It's not really the most welcoming to most people.
It's not. Okay.
Can you name a country that's more welcoming than the United States?
All right, we got it. Here we go. Ooh, wait. That's a trick one, huh?
Not really. I don't really know that. I don't really have that much information.
Can you name a better country than the United States in your opinion?
I'm not sure if I can.
That's so great.
I don't think I can.
I mean, there's probably
morons.
A really tiny European country that is thriving.
Ooh. Good question. Europe?
Europe's not a country.
You get what I'm saying.
Have you ever considered moving to another country?
Oh, absolutely.
Then
I think
do
I had joked about it.
Later.
Like joked, but was, fully serious. Like, oh, I'm going to move to Canada.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of person who likes to help people, so I would
Americans
actually
don't have
consider going
maps?
someplace like with more poverty.
Yeah, probably.
Pause it for a second.
Get her a map.
She wants to. Wait, you want to go to a place with more poverty?
Haiti's close.
Okay.
Cuba.
What a thing to aspire to. Yeah, I'd like to go to a. You know what the problem is here? We don't have enough poor people. We need more poverty here.
Yeah, hashtag more poor.
That's what we need. More poverty. That is bizarre.
These people are.
How far are we from the end of these boneheads? Let's see.
Actually consider going someplace like with more poverty.
Yeah, probably.
Would you be willing to give up your U.S. citizenship?
Okay. Here we go.
I mean, it's not that necessary. I mean, I can still take vacations here. Definitely, 100%.
Why would you vacation in this?
Yeah. Would you say that a college has helped shape your perception of being not proud to be an American?
I would say yeah, because I went to an HBCU.
I'd say that too.
So yeah, definitely.
Yes, absolutely. I went to American, which is an extremely liberal bubble school. So I know it's kind of like lots of liberals just preaching to the choir. But I think I learned a lot that I'm from Georgia, and I would have never learned if I had not taken those classes. It's just about the way the justice system works and zoning laws and everything else. So I think college opened up
zoning laws.
Oh yes, those damn zoning laws.
That's my hot topic too. The dang zoning laws in this country.
Put an auto parts store near my neighborhood. Screw America.
I can't take it. I can't take it.
These are our future leaders right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yep.
Zoning laws used to be one of the big things that people had against Houston.
Yeah, that's true.
They believe in, freedom in Houston. And you can put pretty much whatever next to whatever you want to. But does it work out that way? Do you have a gas station and then a house and then an industrial plant and then another house? No. Why? Because common sense. So it's really... Yeah, the zoning laws.
But boy, the commute time for the guy living in that house working at the industrial plant never has to go to the gas station, I'd like to point out, because he just walks to work. Doesn't work out so well. But at least traffic's not a problem, which is a rarity in Houston. Maybe that's why they just cracked the code.
Oh, man. Isn't that sad?
That is miserably sad. I'm depressed. Thanks.
We have to teach our children about this country. It has to be our responsibility because nobody else is taking care of it. The school system certainly isn't. They're doing the opposite. The higher education system in this country is really doing the opposite. They're teaching the kids not to love this country, but to be ashamed of it and hate it. And that of all the nations on earth, this is the most racist and the most unforgiving and the most intolerant that you can find anywhere in the world. They have to be educated on what this country stands for. That, yeah, we do have some problems. As I said on Friday, there are some issues that we've had. But we've overcome many of them. Most of them. We've made probably all of them better till recently. Till Barack Obama and Joe Biden and all of their ilk have made, especially the racial issues, so much worse than they used to be. I mean, we had made some real progress, I think, by 2008. And we were kind of a colorblind society for the most part.
Yep.
And nothing could be further from the truth now because we're encouraged to judge people based on their skin color. And this critical race theory thing, did you see the fact that 5,000 teachers have vowed that they're going to continue to teach it whether it's legal or not? That's how important it is to them to teach their students that race is everything, that white people are racists and white supremacists, and they're out to get all the other kids in your class.
Everything the left does is meant to divide and conquer. And that's exactly what they're doing in all levels of society. And to your point about how we were a colorblind society, and it was proven out in 2008 when a black man was elected to the most powerful office on the planet by the supposedly racist country.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't it ironic that the guy we gave that power to, this colorblind society, gave a black man all this power, he used it to basically set us on this course to destruction.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good times.
When he could have been the post-racial president. He could have been that guy.
Yep.
Chose not to be. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We got to show you this. This dog who sees his owner for the first time in years. She on deployment?
Yeah, she was on deployment in Iraq. Came home 2 years later. And you'd think it's going to be this great reunion. The dog's going to come out and just be so happy. But watch this video here. Come on, here we go. Big moment. Cameras are rolling.
Nope. Oh, I don't know you.
Whoa. Who's that?
Runs away from her.
Okay. Marcy. What? Hey, what? Oh, it's go time. Oh, who's this in my driveway? Boy.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Wait a minute. Wait, I recognize that smell.
It's all right, Murray.
Yeah, I think. Well, not yet.
Oh, now.
Oh, there it is. Now I know who you are. What's up with that dog, though, huh? I mean,
I don't know. Needs to be checked.
Thank you. That dog needs to be checked.
Took, 30, 45 seconds for the dog to even recognize his owner?
Man, you are not all there, pup.
No, he's not all there.
What is your problem?
Get him to a vet. Stat.
Right? It was a little discouraging at first.
Get him some rough greens, too, because
that would help.
It'll help his mental acuity. We've been talking about rough greens for a while now, and it's a powder that you sprinkle over your dog's food. It's really simple. And with that simple act, you're just providing your dog with all kinds of essential vitamins and minerals and probiotics, omega oils, virtually everything your dog needs to be more active. Dogs love this stuff. My dog just goes from finicky eater to voracious eater when you sprinkle the rough greens on. And it turns your dry kibble food into something that's really healthy, because the dry kibble food has been sterilized, and so all of those nutrients are burned out of it. Now, sometimes dogs don't take to it immediately, so the first thing you probably want to find out is, will your dog like this? So Rough Greens is going to send you a free bag of Rough Greens, just a little trial bag to see if they're going to like it. All you pay for is shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. That's ruffgreens.com. Roughgreens.com or 833-ROUGH-DOG.
Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze Radio Network.
Couple of tweets, rants out loud tweets. I think there's a correlation between the overusage of the word like and complete leftist indoctrination. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It is interesting. Is there a number of people can call?
This doesn't count, y'all.
All right,
Sorry,
you're right.
We're in tweets.
Anti-Faucist tweets, economy girl sounds like she's the younger sister of Maps girl, Miss South Carolina.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so.
Right.
Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps.
They don't have
and
maps.
I believe that our education, like such as South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as. I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Or should help South Africa. It should help the Iraq and the Asian countries. So we will be able to build up our future.
Build up our future, sure.
Do you want to build up your future?
I do.
Our future?
I do.
Okay.
But the only way to do that is to educate the people in the U.S. No, not the U.S. The U.S. are the rich people. We want to educate the people in the South Africa and the Iraq and everywhere like such as, so that we can plan for our future.
Build up our future.
Build up our future.
Don't change the young lady's words, Pat.
No, they're too powerful.
Thank you.
You don't want to mess with them.
Right.
You want to read them as is. Creepy Biden Whispers tweets, so when is the left going to start a new holiday? American Dependence Day.
Wow.
From JD, socks with open-toed footwear, equal opportunity. Looks tacky on you, no matter your race. That's very true.
That is not true.
I believe that to be the case.
No.
No, it is true.
Wait a minute.
No, that's true.
One man's tacky is another man's comfort, Pat.
No. All right, we've shared so many aggravating things this morning. We thought we'd share something heartwarming and really cool in the light of Independence Day weekend. Over the weekend, is this on TNT? I'm not sure.
Is it MLB Network?
MLB somewhere. Anyway, former baseball player, Ozzie Guillen. You might remember him if you're a baseball enthusiast. Very good baseball player from the past. He is talking about his co-anchor asked him about his feelings on the 4th of July. And here's what he had to say. Brett.
You became an American citizen. You were born in Venezuela and what this country means to you. And it was, got the date right here, January of 2006. That's when you became an American citizen. How about this day? What did that mean to you that day?
Special. People, they don't know how hard that is. How many people die, how many people open the thing, how many people want to be American. It's a very honor for me to do that.
Hey, you're really emotional right now. Why are you so emotional and tearing up out in this?
I don't know.
Loves the country, maybe?
Opportunities, man. Opportunity opened the door for me and being great. I've been living in this country for a long time, giving my family a great cause. And open the door for them to be who they are.
You didn't know that video was coming. Maybe that caught you by surprise.
Maybe that was.
Yeah.
It was funny, but I don't cry that often. I'm a very tough guy, but seeing that, I know how that means to me and my family.
Yes.
All right, just to juxtapose a guy who knows what it's like outside of America. He was born in Venezuela, grew up in Venezuela, and now he breaks down and cries on national television talking about this country and the opportunities and freedom that it provides him.
For his family. I mean, he has changed the trajectory of his family
forever.
180 degrees from Venezuela to the United States, we hope, right?
Yeah. And you have these know-it-all ingrates at Georgetown University talking about how embarrassed they are by this country. And then you see this guy who understands what this country is all about.
Never let the left paint you into this lie of a corner and say you're anti-immigrant. No. Ozzie Guillen, that guy right there, that's the kind of new Americans we need and we want.
Yes, we're grateful to have Ozzie Guillen as a U.S. citizen. Somebody who appreciates and loves it. And then, these stupid teenagers, young adults, they should be granted their wish to live somewhere else.
We got to start trading, right? Venezuela. We'll send you 3 American ingrates for 1 Ozzie Guillen. Okay?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Certainly willing. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Some tweets here from BJ. The left knows better than anybody that united we stand, divided we fall. They're trying to divide us at every turn. From Al Gore's Artificial Insanity. Please tell me how oppressed you are attending Georgetown and sporting those designer clothes. What's in those shopping bags? Government cheese? Maybe. Yeah, maybe they were just in a bread and cheese line. Yeah,
probably.
Pew Pew One Pew tweets: people that come to America from hellholes around the world appreciate her more, but they have kids and send those kids to American schools that end up turning them into the little commie bastards their parents hated. Yep. Yes, indeed. Isn't that the truth? Hey, did you see that over the weekend? The number 1 and 2 albums in the United States on iTunes are Queen at number 1, Queen's Greatest Hits, and Joni Mitchell.
Whoa. What?
Yeah, Queen's Greatest Hits was number 1. Joni Mitchell's Blue album was number 2. Is that bizarre? I guess they've been re-released, probably digitized, or high definitionized, or whatever, and re-released. And they were number 1 and 2 over the weekend.
Digitally remastered. So did this finally knock out the most downloaded iTunes song of all time?
Which was?
Which, of course, is the Pat Gray parody, Chris Matthews. What's that? Who pays your salary?
Yeah, that was bumped to 3 just momentarily.
It's finally, the streak is over. How many weeks did it sit up there?
726 weeks. Yeah, 726.
That is amazing. Congratulations on your run. I'm sorry it came to an end, but at least Queen is the one that knocked you off.
Right. So, yeah, it was fun.
All right, well, all good things must come to an end, right? But
right.
It is, as you know, trivia question, most downloaded song in history of iTunes is this one.
This one right here.
What's that? Who pays your salary? What's that? Who pays? What's that?
Ding, 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 ding.
And you can kind of see why it was the most downloaded.
Right, it'll be back
of all time.
And this is just a brief departure from the number 1.
Over 36 trillion times was that downloaded.
Oh, you haven't checked in a while. No, it's up to 43 trillion.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you need to update that.
All right, good. Yeah, I'd hate to lose that momentum.
Awesome.
All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Did you see this deadly water tank explosion?
Man.
For some reason, we've got some weird things going on. And this water tank just kind of exploded. Check this out. Lemoore.
Oh. God. Just blew the top off of it. And then flooded the area.
Boom.
Oh.
That's really weird.
What was this? Some gas buildup or something? What was this?
Strange.
Yeah, it's
in Lemoore, which I don't know where Lemoore is necessarily. Lemoore, city manager. Yeah, okay. Well, sorry about you Lemurians, because that looked bad. Kings County. So is this in Washington, maybe?
California. Lemoore, California. Yeah, and a guy died too.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm just seeing here, like there's a. Oh my gosh, there was gas in the water tank before the explosion?
Why?
I'm sure there's a reason behind that I don't know.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Strange. All right. Also, this is bizarre. Don't think this coincides with anything biblical. It's just the ocean on fire. Don't worry about it.
It still boggles the mind to look at it. It may look just like a scene from a disaster movie, but this is real. This video captured today when the ocean caught fire in the Gulf of Mexico just west of the Yucatan Peninsula.
Fire.
Those dramatic images of the ocean aflame quickly going viral on social media. Some people calling it an eye of fire, while others said it looked like the portal to hell opening up. Pemex, the Mexican state-run oil company, says an underground natural gas pipeline sprung a leak that caused that mid-ocean fire. A number of firefighting boats pumped water.
Oh, that's going to put it out. Yeah, there we go.
On the water.
Eventually extinguished.
Look at this guy back here. Yeah, you're helping. Oh, man.
I found that somewhat ironic in that they're pumping water into the ocean.
Into the ocean.
That's on fire.
Fire.
Huh.
Now, a lot of people see that and hate fossil fuels and big oil, and they're like, "Well, look, capitalism. See, it sucks. It's destroying the world." Yeah, what did that news guy say? Who did he say the company was that owned that?
It was a Mexican company,
right? A state-owned company that has been rightfully pointed out was a conglomeration of companies taken over by the government. So that's not capitalism at work. That is, I guess, I don't want to say fascism, but it's definitely statism, right? State-controlled entities.
Yeah. I have never before seen
that was
the ocean on fire.
Footage.
That is something else.
I mean, that beats Lake Erie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Being on fire.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Or no, what was it? Was it Lake Erie or was it was it the river there that runs through there?
Yeah, technically, I think the river that runs into Lake
whatever.
Erie.
It's Cleveland, either way.
Right. That stuff used to happen all the time, though, in the 60s. And there's another thing we've cleaned up.
Yeah.
Well, until now. 888-900-3393. A little more good news. Here is Vernon Jordan. Remember him from the Clinton years?
No.
Wasn't he in
No. This is a different one. This is... Did I put Vernon Jordan on there? Vernon Jones. I apologize.
Vernon Jones.
That's my bad on that one.
I was thinking, is Vernon Jordan
no, I think Vernon Jordan is dead, actually. He was the guy during the Zelensky. Yeah, he died in March. Wow. So anyway, Vernon Jones is the Georgia state representative, the Democrat who switched parties and went with Trump.
Okay.
And
he's taking CNN to school here.
The Attorney General Garland, I want you to ask him, why is it that he wants to come to Georgia and investigate Georgia's so-called Jim Crow laws, but he won't investigate or even ask for a forensic audit in the 159 counties in Georgia? He won't even look at Stacey's law, how it was used in our elections versus state law. Now that's a fact, and that's an undisputed violation of the Constitution. I'll ask you, was the drop-off boxes used in 2020 elections? Was it? Was it used in the 2020 elections? Now, be as bold as you were bold to ask Rudy Giuliani a question. I'm asking you now. Were the drop-off boxes used? Let's put the camera on him.
He's turning the camera on CNN now.
Bring the camera around. That's great. What press are you with? He's with CNN. Were the drop-off boxes that were used in our election? This gentleman's with CNN. He's with CNN.
All right, here we go.
What's your name? Sayers. This is Mr. Sayers. Were the drop-off boxes used in the 2020 election and the 2021 runoff? Were those drop-off boxes written into state statute?
I do not know, sir.
Are you open to looking to see if it were?
Sir, I just asked questions.
No, I'm just asking you a question. So was it used? No, you've asked me a question already. Was it? Are you going to look into it?
May I ask you?
I just want to see. Here's CNN. Because CNN is about controlling Negroes. That's what it's saying. Controlling Negroes. That's what CNN is about. They don't want people of color to have conservative thoughts. He's here to keep me running and keep me from being the government of the state. Why? Because the liberals, they do not want blacks thinking for themselves. They're here for Stacey Abrams.
They don't want any of us thinking.
And I know that the drop-off boxes were not in the state statute. You know and I know that the ENET signature verification was not in the statute, right? We both know that. Now I want you to look in that camera. Are you going to investigate that?
Sir, there are many people in our organization.
I want you to look in this camera right here. Are you going to investigate that?
Thank you, sir.
See, this is the fake news from CNN. All they want to do is control their liberal narrative. And that's it. That's a prime example of it. So the ENET signature verification was not in the statute, right? We both know that. Now I want you to look in that camera. Are you going to investigate that?
Sir, there are many people in our organization.
I want you to look in this camera right here. Are you going to investigate that?
That's not the question.
Sir, there are many people in our organization.
See, this is the fake news.
I think.
All they want to do.
All right.
Yeah, we'll kill it.
He does take him to school, but the guy doesn't know anything. That's the problem.
Yeah, that shows how incestuous the media is. Dude is holding a Fox 5 microphone, but he works for CNN. What was happening there? Because that's a local Fox affiliate.
A pool report. They send in one person and they all share the footage.
I did not realize this. Shame on me, but for a couple of months now, it's been known that Vernon Jones is running for governor in Georgia. It's
okay.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
He's taking no BS from anybody there. That was
and that
was nicely
beratement goes on and on. It's good stuff. I like that. That's what you need. You've got to have.
Yep.
You and I can sit here as pasty white guy, conservatives our entire lives,
right?
Say this stuff, and it will have no impact. But thankfully, there are black voices like Vernon Jones, who has seen the light, was Democrat, endorsed Trump, and then got ostracized by his party. Democrats kicked him out of any positions of power in the state legislature. These are the bold voices, the different faces of color that you need to permeate and get this message into these other communities.
What we need are the BIPOC people.
Yeah, the BIPOCs.
We need the BIPOCs. Involved in every aspect of what's going on here. The conservative BIPOCs, please come forward. We need you now. All right, 888-900-3393, also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. If you supported Trump, they're coming for you now. The left will continue their campaign of censorship and repression, cancel culture, until every last voice of opposition has been crushed. They're backed by the media and some of the largest companies in the world. That's why you need to protect yourself and your internet activity with ExpressVPN. This is what I highly recommend. When I switched on ExpressVPN with my computer, or if I turn it on my phone, my IP address is masked by a secure VPN server, which makes it harder for websites to identify me. It kind of pings it all over the world, like on the Born Identity, where it goes through Frankfurt and then to London.
You get to pick the country that you want to dial in through.
You do.
And now I'm a little concerned about dialing through Canada. Who knows what they're going to limit with their new law up there.
Yeah, you might want to skip Canada. Plus, you can use ExpressVPN on up to 5 devices simultaneously, so your whole family can stay safe with a single subscription. And what I like most is how easy it is to use. It takes one click to protect all your devices. That's why they're rated number 1, the number 1 VPN by CNET and Wired. So stop handing over your data to big tech companies and their far left enablers in the government. Defend your rights with a VPN I trust for my online protection. ExpressVPN.com/unleashed. That's EXPRESS VPN.com/unleashed. And you'll get 3 extra months for free right now. Go to ExpressVPN.com/unleashed right now to find out all the details.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Triple 888-900-3393. I love this story. CNN actually did some journalism over the weekend.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, they listened to the Biden speech about the train situation. You know his train thing with Ange, the conductor on the train that always comes up into him and says, Joey, hey, Joey, do you know how many miles you've traveled? All that. Do we have that still, Rob? If you can find that real quick.
So that's where he talked about all the millions of miles.
This still represents the largest investment in American passenger rail and in freight rail since the creation of Amtrak.
He's good.
Now I know I'm Mr. Amtrak. I've traveled over 2 million miles in Amtrak. I commute it every day. I get it. I know you think I'm nuts.
No, nobody thinks anything of it. Nobody cares that you travel Amtrak. But he thinks that's such a tremendous story. He keeps talking about it. Now, I know I'm Mr. Amtrak. I know you guys are all impressed by me, that I'm so middle class, that I stoop down to your level to travel like you do.
Yeah. Does the train stop at Katie's restaurant, perchance?
This is what I love. This guy does this all the time.
Such a liar.
So he supposedly had this conductor, Angelo Negri, and he and Biden apparently became friends over the years. And this Angelo is the one who came up to him supposedly one day and said he was getting on the train to tell him that he had done the math and concluded Biden had traveled over 1.5 million miles on Amtrak over the years, even more miles than he traveled by air. Okay, so a few outlets like Fox and Daily Mail looked into it, and wouldn't you know it, then CNN actually also did some research eventually, but they found some significant problems with the story. The biggest problem was the conductor who supposedly grabbed him by the arm, Ange, and told him about the milestone. He'd retired decades earlier. He retired decades earlier.
Wow.
In fact, by the time Biden had hit that milestone in miles, the conductor had died a year before that. So you might think, okay, well, maybe he came out of retirement, or he just rode the train for pleasure to talk to Biden and tell him about that. No.
Well, you know
he was gone.
You know what it was, Pat?
What?
Ange knew too much.
Ange was killed.
That's right.
By Biden.
That's right.
Yeah,
and that
right.
man's going to be president. You're out.
I mean, that is incredible.
Why does he do this?
I don't know, but he keeps telling, and he's been caught in this lie, and he tells it anyway.
You'd think if your memory's that bad, you wouldn't tell so many lies.
Yeah.
Since you can't remember them. And by the way, since we've been talking about his cognitive decline continuing at such a breakneck pace, dude promised us a cancer cure.
Yeah.
And we need to get that out of his brain before his brain is inaccessible, because he promised it if we elected him president. And so here we are, several months in.
I'd like an update on where he stands on that, actually.
Please.
How's that going so far?
How's that going, Mr. President?
Cure for cancer, because that'd be great. That'd be great to roll that out. I'd forgive some of the other policies if he could just do that.
That would be quite unifying.
It really would.
Yeah.
So, as a result of all of this nonsense, his approval rating is dropping, and his approval rating on the border is really bad. 33%. 33% approve of the way he's handling the border. People understand that you can't just blame Trump for this, because they see that the problem is so much worse than it was under President Trump. And it continues to decline, and they've done nothing about it. And they understand that this is leading to other issues as well, because in Mexico and Central and South America, they've got a much worse coronavirus problem than we do. And so this is not just some arbitrary,
oh, okay, you're making them into the others because they're all bringing disease.
Well, some of them have it. Are you kidding me? We're in the middle of a pandemic here. And it's a pandemic where Brazil's situation, completely out of control. Mexico's situation, very much out of control. And they've got so many problems in Mexico, they don't know what to deal with first. And so, of course, there's going to be some issues where people are coming across the border who are sick.
Yeah. While our government is giving us a full court press on, get the vaccine, get the vaccine. You want to celebrate July 4th, you better get the vaccine. Meanwhile, the door is wide open for anybody and everybody coming in from South and Central America.
Yep. How many people, by the way, did you have over at your backyard barbecue? Did you have a backyard barbecue?
I refuse
We actually did.
Answer any questions without my lawyer present. So you can just take your little...
pleading the
I see
fifth.
what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're
trying
you're
to trap
spy.
you.
You're working for Potter.
Are you working for
See?
Potter now?
There it is.
You see.
I will say that there was grilling, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. I had...
Tell me.
15 people over.
And are you vaccinated?
No.
Okay.
Not a one
That's
of us.
fine. You were outdoors the whole time, right? Because the weather was
no,
nice.
we
right?
actually walked in and out.
Oh,
of the
no.
house, yeah.
How far apart? The distance and stuff?
Sometimes inches, sometimes actually embracing one another.
I can't look at you.
It happened. It happened.
Wow.
I'm a scofflaw.
Wow.
How dare you?
How many of these individuals were vaccinated, Pat?
None. Zero. Not one of them. None of them have had the disease.
Okay.
And none have been vaccinated against the disease.
How ironic. You were celebrating America while openly hating it.
And trying to destroy it.
Right.
Actually, right? So.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes we passed a cookie around, too, that I bit off a piece and chewed it and then gave it to somebody else who also bit off the same cookie. Can you imagine how many germs were there?
That's kind of weird.
You can get your own cookie, though, at Kexi.com if you want.
Like,
they were delicious.
And you don't have to share them, right?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
If you don't want to.
Okay.
We went to a 4th of July celebration in the city where we live. Just a ton of people. And so my son-in-law was giving out samples. Literally every person who tried a sample came and bought cookies. So
that's
kind of shows
cool.
you. That shows you.
Powerful drug.
If you taste it, you will come to Kexi.com. So try it out. Also, are you concerned that somebody in your life, and I am, tell you that right now, is becoming an extremist?
Yes.
Keith Malinak.
But wait.
We care about preventing extremism on Facebook.
Oh,
they
yes.
say.
This is going around.
This is awesome. Others in your situation have received confidential support.
What the heck?
How can you help? Hear stories and get advice from people who escaped violent extremist groups. How many of us?
Oh.
How many of us have been in a violent extremist group?
Mm-hmm.
Get support, or you could click
get
on close.
Support?
Get support.
You've been in an extremist group. Get out now. Contact Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg will fly in with a helicopter and chopper you out.
And they even show you the definition. Extremist.
Well, I looked that one up. Yeah.
Oh, you did this.
I wanted to see this here. And see.
Thesaurus. Also found in the thesaurus. It's a person who advocates or resorts to measures beyond the norm, especially in politics.
Oh, so our current government would qualify as being an extremist. They're way beyond the norm.
Yes.
Okay, I get it now.
Now, Pathead Preston got a personalized message.
Wow!
Personalized message from Facebook.
Uh-huh.
Preston, it reads, you may have been exposed to harmful extremist content recently.
Oh, no.
Violent groups try to manipulate your anger and disappointment. You can take action now to protect yourself and others.
Oh, no.
So
this is Minority Report, bro.
From Facebook.
From Facebook. Yep.
You know what they're also doing that drives me out of my mind? They got this, 25-year-old kid born in 1996, right? And he starts talking about how all his life, blah, 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 I've been involved with Facebook in one way or another, or the internet, and how great it is, and this and that. And he said, and in 25 years, the internet regulations have never changed. And then it flashes up, Facebook agrees. We agree with internet regulation by the government. Have you seen those ads?
Not at all.
They're trying to get the U.S. government to regulate the internet more closely.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're going to be involved in writing all of those regulations. And what they're going to do is write you out of the equation. So you can't start anything like Mark Zuckerberg started.
You got to close the door behind them.
It's exactly what they're doing. They're slamming the door in our face because everybody thinks, well, okay, Facebook is for it. It must be okay. No. No.
It's fascinating how the left rails against big corporations, big companies, big this, big that. But yet, when it comes to big tech, they're totally fine with all the power and control they have over our speech.
That's bizarre. All right, we will see you tomorrow. Middle of the week already. You're on Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.